Alright, I'm gonna make a hybrid that can kill the Indom 2.0. So, you gotta think of a creature. And the first thing that comes to my mind is a Quetzalcoatl Atlas. Why, you ask? Because there's no one have made a flying hybrid yet. And one thing that the Indom 2.0 can do is fly. It can't fly. It can't swim, but can it fly? Yeah, no. Alright, let's just get into it. First off, first off, screw every defense this creature would have. You know why? Since it's a Quetzalcoatl Atlas in the design, no, it's a flyer, yeah. Since it's a flyer, so it would need to be light, and it would have armor. The armor wouldn't be that great still because they need to fly, you know, and like too much armor would lead them not be able to fly because it might be too heavy. Yeah, so let's just focus on three things: mobility of this thing, the speed of this thing, mobility of this thing, the attack power of this thing, and maybe intelligence too. Alright, first off, we gotta find a way to deal with the Indom plague, and I added opossums in it because, first off, opossums have like a thing that makes them more resistant to venom. Yeah, that might come to helpful with the true venom this thing have. And rats. You heard me right, lab rats, or lab mice. Like, you can just, grab the Indom plague and, like, test it with the rat and find the one that is most suitable for it and use its DNA. And kaboom! We have an animal that is tolerant to it. And next, vision. I'm gonna use the chameleon vision. You don't know why? It have a tunnel vision or split vision. Since split, one eye could be focusing on pecking the Indom, while the other eye could be looking for dangers, Like, yeah, let's just go with it. Good eyes. Oh, maybe it's tail too, so it could wrap around trees and the tail maybe, so it could grip on the Indom easier. Now, what's next? Oh yeah, their reproduction and maturity rate. So let's go with geckos, because according to my 2-hour research on this thing, on the geckos, not the entire thing, they reproduce fast and mature quickly, especially the morning gecko. Do you know I picked the morning gecko? They have self-cloning. Yes, you heard that right, self-cloning. The whip-tailed lizard or something that the Indom have is not the only animal that can clone themselves, okay? Also, there's a little trait of the gecko on its feet. Yeah, it can stick to stuff. So when it's on the back of the Indom, it can just stick to it and won't fall off. Yeah. Also the tail too, because in case the Indom grabs it on its tail, it could just let its tail go. Yeah, that's it. And the Indom would be like, yeah, damn you. Yeah. Okay, now we have a way of escape. Oh yeah, the legs. Like, right now I have skinny legs. I want it to have thick legs and huge muscles so it could hop around and be extremely strong and fly better, I think. So, the first thing that comes to my mind is kangaroos. But kangaroos might be too heavy. So I went on the internet to search for smaller kangaroos, and do you know what I found? Wallabies. Yeah, and I go look into species of wallabies and decide on the rock wallabies because it can climb on rocks, and yeah, I think that's it. Like, it has strong legs, and I'm gonna take like the muscles of it to put it in the tail and the arm. So strong tail and arm and legs, yeah. It could just skip around on the land easier. Next, what am I missing? Intelligence, yeah. So I went with crows. Wanna know why? Yeah, crows like very smart. Before you're gonna ask, why did you go with apes? I'm letting myself to like very light-weighted animals, so the Quetzalcoatl Atlas could fly. Yeah, so crow for its intelligence. Very smart bird. Next, did I go with the chameleon yet? Did I? Oh yeah, I think I already did, but I didn't mention everything the chameleons have yet. Alright, so some other thing I haven't mentioned about the chameleon yet is the specific chameleon species I picked is the panther chameleon, which, from some little research, it can blend in with its surroundings. So yeah, that's like one of my best choice for it right now. And the tongue too. But I'll explain the tongue's mechanism later. But Yeah, just keep in mind this chameleon can change their colors. And next we have the shoebill. I just take the shoebill for its feet and its beak because its beak is strong and like it's curvy a bit, so it could snap prey in half or something according to the videos I watch. Like its beak is strong enough to make that clanking sound. Like yeah, isn't that scary? And like I think pretty much it can like take some flesh out of the Indom 2.0 skin. Yeah, that's like my best option to go with right now for peak endurance. And do I have anything left? Oh yeah, mosquitoes. So mosquitoes have a thing called anopheline, which prevents blood from clotting. It's the thing that mosquitoes make, so they could suck your blood so they could suck your blood easier. Like that's it. But I'm using that to just make the wound open and but just come out. There's no sucking part. Yeah, that. Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention most of this species would be female. So I put a mosquito needle thingy into like the chameleon's tongue. Like it could go in and out. Because I just want to design it that way. And now here's a full tongue diagram thingy. Just take some time to read it. Alright, done reading it, done studying it, or whatever. Oh, a little side note, I didn't mention that the needle just could stay inside the tongue and will come out when the tongue touches something. So the needle won't break when it, got launched through the air when it hit something. And now time for a little surprise this thing would have. I would make this thing a carrier of a disease called Vibrochloria. I did not study this thing in English. I just put this name in Thai and like translate it into English. I don't know if it's correct or not. So, some Thai folks who know, just please. The virus I'm referring to is Ahira Takaruk. I may pronounce it wrong too, but like you guys might know. Okay, it's this. It's like a waterborne virus which not many animals are resist to, and according to my research, almost no animals are resist to it. Only lab mice. Yes, the lab mice plays even a bigger part in this creature. Some lab mice are like not tolerable to it, but like they just pick the finest of the finest. Yeah. And now, oh yeah, before we go on, I want you to know that this virus make you shit to death. Then you can have it, and then like your stomach's gonna go, and then you're gonna shit yourself. Yeah. And it's literally widespreading in my country. It's not like a big problem if we just stay away from dirty water, but like yeah, it's still a problem. Like 6 people died already. Before anyone say, but didn't Goody Center say no bacteria and stuff? I didn't say it's mixed in with the DNA. I'm just saying it's a carrier. Hopefully, so I'm just gonna simulate 2 fights. One without this bacteria and one with the bacteria. Also, this bacteria only goes on if the Indom eats this thing or drink dirty water around it, so it won't just infect through the air. And to those people who's gonna say, well, Indom's a reptile, and this virus or bacteria, I don't know what it is yet, infects mammals. Maybe, but like, remember, Goji Center made a statement says the Indominus 2.0 have grade 8 genes, so it can infect other mammals too. So in that case, it can take viruses or bacteria from mammals too. By that logic, if it works against other animals, it's gonna work against you too. Yeah. All right, now to fighting strategies. Alright, fighting strategies. This will be portrayed in poorly drawn pictures, okay? And I'm giving Indom a bunch of benefits here, like, moving around, clawing, moving around stuff, I don't know. So first off, the first strategy I have in mind is coming down and turn his tail around and start choking the Indom. Yes, using the tail to wrap around its neck and squeeze it. And if the tail's like have a little bit of portions left, just cover the eye so the Indom won't see. And the Indom would probably focus on their neck more than the rest of the body. They don't want to lose oxygen. Oxygen is good for their bodies. And the cat hybrid would start pecking around its body, like peck, and start clawing. The opossum's claw might help here. Even though it's not metal, it does not need to always be metal. Yeah. And like the anopheline too, like stop the blood from clotting. It's probably gonna stop only like where its back, not where its claws. Because when it clawed, there's no anopheline on its claw. Yeah, that's a pretty good idea. And its tail was like badly hurt or something, and the Indom finally broke the tail or something. Let go of the tail and fly away majestically, and then start coming in for pecks, or stand on the back of that thing. I didn't make a diagram for this, so you just gotta see a blank void and stuff. Please don't, leave the video because there will be pictures back soon. I promise. Just have this gif of this guy talking for now. And it's just gonna start to peck. So the Indom leg is made for it to not fall over. So the Quetzalcoatlus will stand there and start pecking its back even more. It will turn around, being mad and stuff. Turn around. When it turns around, its head's gonna turn around first. It's gonna look at it and then peck in the eye, one side down. And it will be hurt. So the claw would just, use to cover its eye because of the pain. And they just use the Quetzalcoatlus just continue pecking. And the Indom turns the other side, peck the other eye. Yeah, that's simple. Like, it was probably just gonna run in circles just to get this thing, but like, when it turn around, just peck the eye, man. It's not that hard. If it's trying to do it again, just peck on the nose. By then, you have a blind creature. Like, what more do you want? Its sense of smell is of a T-Rex. It's very good, I guess. But like, it turns around once more, peck on the nose. Like, you're already gonna ruin the nose a bunch of times now. Don't ruin the eye anymore. After that, just wait for it to bleed to death. From the amount of pecking, of course. And kaput dies from bleeding and the substantive amount of poking and pecking. Alright, one strategy down, another one for me to go. Which is actually exactly the last half of that thing. Yeah, just the peck on the eye and nose when it turns around. But this time goes from the bottom and no neck strangling part. Uses the tail to wrap around the tail instead for... Oh yeah, another one is waiting in a tree. Use his tongue as an advantage. Use his tongue and stick on the Indom's skin. Indom becomes itchy because, mosquito and stuff. Starting to itch itself. Go down for a poke and go back up. The Indom will probably care and might notice this, so just fly away after that. But if it is not, go down on its back and repeat the same strategy I had before. It's like the best strategy ever. Unless it's a front-on-front confrontational, the Indom would always win. It's like, what do you expect, man? What do you expect? This guy relies on a bunch of strategizing. But if they have one middle stick, it's the end for this guy. Alright, if you guys who watched to the end enjoyed this random video I made in my spare time, please consider liking. If you want more, you could, at least give a comment if you want more. Because I don't usually do this stuff. Yeah. And please like and subscribe if you really like and enjoy this video and want more of my content. I won't always do this type of content, but if you ask, I will deliver one in some time. Probably like a few weeks or so. But yeah. Goodbye.